What's good, y'all? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic of this presentation, we're going to talk about one of the qualities of the sexy beast. Okay, the sexy beast, he's grounded in his masculinity. He's able to express himself with authenticity, and he's able to lead. But there's some other qualities that are in there. And one of those qualities is the sexy beast is not easily impressed by women. When a beautiful woman walks by, the sexy beast is not one of those guys that's like, oh my gosh, look at her ass. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at her tits. Oh my God. The sexy beast does not do that because he has an abundance mentality. He's seen enough asses. He's seen enough titties. He's seen enough beautiful women. It's no big deal. He's desensitized to it. She needs to come with something more, right? She needs to meet his standards. The sexy beast has a purpose. He knows what he's doing. And he's not going to chase no woman. He's not going to chase no woman no matter how beautiful she is. Because the sexy beast is a beast. He gets women. It's no big deal. He's not here to run around, looking for women. The women come to him, right? All he does is he demonstrates his sexiness, and the women just get it. That's what I'm saying. You have these core qualities that I'm talking about. When you get grounded in your masculinity, you're able to express yourself, your authentic voice, and you're able to lead. The right women will get it. The right women will see your value, and they will be submissive and feminine. The women who don't get it, those are not your women, right? You got to know which women are your women. Not every woman you see is for you. Stop wasting your time trying to get a woman that's not the right woman for you. The women that you're with have to have similar values to you. That's what I'm saying. It can't just be about looks. Yes, your woman needs to look good so you can be physically attracted to her and want to have sex with her and all that. I get it. But you also have to look at, okay, what values do I have? What is my code? What is my way of being? What qualities does my woman need to have for me to be happy? Do you want a woman that's always nagging you all the time? Oh, what's going on over there? Oh, who is that? Oh, this and that. Or do you want a woman that's soft and feminine, that just lets you take charge, that just lets you lead? You have to set these standards, or else women will show up and they'll start bringing their own standards into the relationship. And this is what men do. Because the women look good, they start compromising their values. They start turning into the woman. And then the frame shifts. Like, it starts out that the man is the man and the woman is the woman. It starts shifting. And the woman starts to become the man. That's why they say who wears the pants in the relationship. That's not funny. What do you mean the woman, she wears the pants in a relationship? What are you talking about? You're literally saying that you're the woman and she's the man? What the fuck how is that? Why would that be normal? Why is that okay for a man to assume the role of a woman and a woman to assume the role of a man in a relationship? What is that? So that's what I'm saying, like, this character, this beingness of a sexy beast. When you get this, the frame that you have with women, it starts changing, right? Women will treat you how you see yourself, how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself like you're a regular dude that with no balls and no masculinity, no confidence, that's how she's gonna treat you. If you want her to treat you with respect, treat you like a king, you have to carry yourself like that. You have to communicate like that. You have to be like that. You have to have the same standards. You have to be strong. You have to have a backbone. You have to be cold, right? You can't be weak. You can't be soft. You can't be nice and sweet and all that shit. No, right? I'm nice to women when they, meet my standards, right? When a woman is compliant and she's doing what I would like her to do in the relationship, I'm nice to her. I'm actually real cool. It's when she starts acting strange, start questioning me, start testing me, thinking that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, if you don't want to follow my lead, then go. I don't have time for no bullshit. I know my purpose. I know my goals. I know what I'm doing. So I'm a lead, and it's either you gonna follow or you gonna go. This is what guys do. They try to start off the relationship as the man. Then the woman tests them. Then they start breaking and saying, oh, okay, I'm sorry, this and that, this and that. Then the woman all of a sudden ends up in the leadership role, and they just follow her. Oh, whatever she says, as long as I get some pussy, as long as I get the hit, as long as I get some sex, everything. And then they wonder why the woman goes and cheats on them, because he no longer is attractive. You are attractive as long as you are in your masculine energy, because that's what nature wants. Nature has set the rules, set the code, and if you don't follow it, you'll be punished by nature. The woman will cheat on you. Your woman will do shit that you wouldn't believe, because you're not being a man. And you're not giving her the emotions she seeks, so she's gonna go somewhere else to get the emotions. There's certain feelings that she wants to feel from her man. And when you don't break, they're going to test you. They're going to manipulate you with emotion and try to get you to break your code and break your values and compromise. But when you pass the test, their pussy gets wet. They get feminine. They get soft. They let you be dominant. They want you to be dominant. But they only want you to be dominant if you know what you're doing. If you're strong. She's not going to feel safe allowing you to be dominant and her be submissive if you're weak. That's why they test you to see how strong you are. She's not going to be submissive and feminine to a weak man. It's not going to happen. That's why they cheat on. You know, these guys telling me, oh, my girlfriend cheated on me, this and that, this and that. And if I asked them like how they were acting in a relationship, it would be very clear why the woman cheated on them. Because the man got out of his masculine energy. He got out of his groundedness. He was no longer being a man in a relationship. So she had to go and find a man somewhere else. And that's just the reality of it. So you need to bring up your masculine energy. You need to stop being impressed by pussy and ass and tits. That's normal. That's whatever, right? Just see it as, okay, she has a pussy, she has ass, she has tits, you know? But sometimes that shit stinks, right? Sometimes her pussy stinks. Sometimes her ass stinks. Like, remember, they're real people. They're real human beings. They take a shit, they take a piss, they fart, they do that. You have to get real, so then when they show up, you don't get in that illusion of, oh, she's so pretty, oh, she's so... That shit is there to, like, fuck you up, bro. That's what it is. And the men who can see past that, those are the men that get women. The men who don't give a fuck. The men who are in abundance, right? When you're around women and you see that they're human beings just like everyone else, like, when you get a beautiful woman and then you see her take her makeup off you, like, once you see that stuff enough times and you have sex with them and sometimes their pussy stinks sometimes or whatever, or sometimes they... You know what I mean? Like, you just see, like, they're regular human beings like everyone else. Stop being so impressed. Stop falling into that illusion. Oh, she has her makeup on over her ass. She has a fat ass or whatever. The fat ass is there to distract you from her problems, her insecurities. Right? I'm just trying to get a point across. Like, when I deal with women, I'm real chill. I'm real relaxed. I'm just trying to get a point across in this video because I see in these forums and these Facebook groups, I see these guys asking these lame questions. Oh, how do I get her to do this? And oh, and what do I say to get her to like me? And da-da-da-da. You're on the wrong side of the spectrum, bro. You have her on a pedestal. The only reason you would be searching on a board and all these things is because you have her on a pedestal. You got to kick her off the pedestal. You're able to do that by focusing on yourself. Bring up your value so that she's the one who's searching online how to get you. Switch the frame. You become the guy with the fat ass and the big tits, right? But like the man version of that. What is that? Being grounded in your masculinity. Being able to express yourself authentically. And being able to lead. And having a purpose. Knowing what your value is, knowing what your gift is, and bringing it to the world. And having value, being beneficial to others. You have to have value the same way that she has nice ass and nice tits and all that. What is your value that can match that or overmatch it so that she chases you? She knows she has a nice body. She knows she looks good. She knows she's beautiful. Now, what do you know about you? What is your value? What can you demonstrate so that it makes sense that, okay, she's with this guy because he XYZ, right? Oh, she's with him because, man, he's so confident, he's so smooth, he's so this or whatever. Or, oh, he does this or whatever. What is your value? Like, what do you bring to the table? And once you know your value, then you also understand, okay, this is my value. In order for you to get my value, you must exchange. You don't have to say this, but that's the vibe. It's like when I see a woman, I know what my value is. I know that I bring grounded masculinity. Here's why grounded masculinity is so important. Because women want to have fun, right? That song, girls just want to have fun. That shit is true. Women want to have fun. They want to be feminine. They want to be submissive. They want to have different experiences. They want to be free. They want to express themselves. But they can only do that with a man who will allow them to feel safe. A man who's grounded. A man who can bring order to her chaos. Because sometimes she's all over the place. She's doing all these things and her life is falling apart. She needs a man that can bring that order, that structure to her life. So her life gets better and she can still be her feminine, still be submissive. You know what I mean? But she needs a man that knows what he's doing to keep her in check. A man that's not going to, say whatever he needs to say to get her pussy. She needs the man that's actually going to help her elevate her game. Like when I talk to women, I ask them, like, what are your goals? What are you doing with your life? Where are you going? What is your value besides your looks? And I withhold sex from them. You see how women withhold sex from you until they feel like it? I do the same shit to women. If I don't see the value, I don't see them meeting my standards, I withhold sex, bro. The same way you want a 10, you have to be a 10. The way how they act, the way how they're being is because they have so much options and abundance. You have to start getting into that mentality. You have to start becoming that guy who understands there is an abundance of women. There's so many women out there, it's not even funny. And there's a ton of beautiful women. That's not in scarcity. You don't get that one girl. You have to understand it's not about that one girl. People get one-itis, stuck on one girl. There's so many other women that are similar to her. That's the truth. Right? Literally, there are archetypes. Just like how there are archetypes of men, there are archetypes of women. So this is also something to understand. If you can get one kind of woman, that means you can get other versions of that kind of woman. If you keep leveling up, you can get to a point where it's just too many women, where it's just too easy. You can literally get to a point where it's effortless, right? Once you have these key things, on point, it's like understanding you have to be grounded in your masculinity. You need to be able to express yourself with vulnerability because women are checking you. They're checking to see if you're full of shit. They're checking to see if you have on a facade, if you're faking it, if you're trying to be cool, trying to be confident. They can see through that. And if you're being weak and you're doing weird shit, she's still with you. She's using you somehow because you're not in your masculinity, so you're not triggering her, sexually. Because there has to be that polarity, that masculine and that feminine. That's what creates that energy of sex. It's the energy of creation. Chaos and order come together, boom, and that's what creates, a child. That's what creates these experiences. You bring the feminine and the masculine together, and that's what creates these experiences, these events, this world that we have. If there was only masculine, it would just be so logical and so orderly, and it would just be boring. If there was only feminine, it would be chaos. It would be out of control. There needs to be both. So, yeah, getting back to the point, the sexy beast is not impressed, man. He's grounded. He's looking at the woman and he's like, what else do you have going on besides your looks? Like he looks at the woman and he knows like, yeah, I know you got some baggage. I know you got some shit that you're not telling me. I know once this relationship goes, I will see the real you and I will see what I got myself into. I know your looks is just there to distract me from the fact that I'm about to go and take on some new problems. But once you understand this, then you understand the game. It's not a bad thing that women come with problems. That you are the man that can handle those problems, right? Like if there was no problem, first y'all need to understand this. If there was no problems, no challenges in life, do you understand how boring life would be? Have you ever sat down and thought about that? If everything went perfect and everything was easy and everything was straightforward, you would be bored to death. Life would be pointless if there was no challenge, if there was no problem. So I'm not saying, oh, a woman comes with problems. That's a bad thing. I'm just saying you got to understand she comes with problems, right? Her beauty is there so that you don't get pissed off and say, get out of here. Do you ever thought about, like this is some real shit. I'm going to say some real shit. You ever ask yourself, like, why did God or whoever make babies so cute? He made them so cute because babies are like, they can be annoying, bro. Like babies don't give a fuck. They'll cry while you're in church. They'll cry whenever they feel like it. They're hungry when they're hungry. They, whatever, you know, they don't listen sometimes. They shit on you, piss in your face. But they're so cute. So it's the same thing with the woman. The woman's beauty is there to distract you from the fact that she is, man, she's a mess. You just have to understand this. Like, I'm not, as I said, like, I'm actually very laid back and relaxed with women. I love women. I have them around, you know what I mean? But I also understand the truth of what's going on. That's why I was able to go from not getting women to getting women, because I began to see them with the real lens, the truth lens of what I'm really dealing with. When a beautiful woman steps up, yes, I feel it. I'm not trying to act like, okay, a beautiful woman shows up and I don't feel anything. Yeah, I feel it. I'm like, oh, she's beautiful. But then right away, I'm like, snap out of it, Trey. She's a regular human being. Yes, she is beautiful, but she's a regular human being. She has problems just like everyone. She takes her shit just like everyone needs to piss sometimes. Sometimes she farts. It's a regular human. If you want a woman, understand that there is a soul in that body. She is not the body. Men think that the woman is the body, so they say, oh, you're so beautiful, this and that. She's in a body. She's actually trapped in a body. She can't even get out of it. There's a soul in the body. You speak to her soul. That's how you get her. That's how you get anyone. If you want to connect with someone, you speak to their soul. You see past the flesh. You speak to their soul. You see their potential. You see their fears. You see their weaknesses. You see their strengths. You see where they could be in the future. You understand their past. You see their present. You see their energy. You see that they are in this life experience just like you, and they don't know what the hell's going on. And they're looking to you for your strength. They're looking to you for your wisdom, your guidance, your power. Stop getting so easily impressed by women. I used to work at this hotel, and I was a bellman. I remember, the other bellman would stand around or whatever, and it's in a hotel, so like beautiful women would come to the hotel. It was a pretty good resort. And these dudes, man, like I used to just think it was so whack. Whenever like a beautiful woman with a nice ass would come by, they'd be like, oh, she's so hot. Oh, she's so fine. Oh, yeah. Oh. Bro, do you know what you're doing to yourself mentally? You're putting these women on a pedestal, bro. You're not gonna communicate from the right place. Like the guy who gets women, he doesn't do that. He doesn't act like that. Like, to him, getting women is like breathing air. Sometimes he may not even talk about it because it's just normal to him. Like a girl hitting him up at night saying, hey, do you want to come over? That's normal. A girl hitting him up saying, hey, I want you to fuck the shit out of me tonight. That's normal. A girl saying, hey, you want to have a threesome? That's normal. Right? You gotta get in this mindset that when you are a man of value, you're supposed to have this shit. That type of stuff is supposed to happen. You know, when I approach a woman, I communicate to her like she's a human being like everyone else. I reward her after she shows some form of interest, indicator of interest. I reward her when she shows an indicator of interest, because to me, she's basically showing that she sees me as valuable. Then I reward her. Then I may say, you know, you're actually pretty cute. I usually only really compliment women when they show me that they're into me, right? Meaning they end up at my place, or we're on a date together, because they're spending time with me. Like, I get it. When someone spends time with you, and this is something you need to understand too. When a woman spends time with you, it means she values you. Like somehow, some way she values you, because she could be doing anything. She spends time with you. So when a girl goes on a date with you, you have to assume that she likes you, because she could be with any other man at that point in time, and she's choosing you. So you have to assume that, and you have to communicate from that frame. Stop doubting yourself. Stop second guessing whether you're good enough or of course you're good enough. She chose to spend her precious time with you. That means you are demonstrating some value that she is seeking. Now, in order to communicate properly and lead the relationship in the right place, you have to know what your value is. That's why you need to spend time with yourself and figure out what is your gift, what is your purpose, what is your value. So when women, because women will confuse you. They'll say, like, maybe her friends or whatever will say, hey, what do you see in him? What do you like about him? Oh, I don't know, it's just something about him. Oh, he's so cute. Or she doesn't like identify what it is. Like, some women, more intelligent women, may be able to identify it, but even then they may not want you to know what the value is, because then you'll have leverage or power over them. So they may just say, something, just some quick answer like, oh, he's cute, or oh, he's tall, or whatever. No, there's a specific value, because if it was just that, then she would just get with the cuter guy or the taller guy. No, it's not just that. There's some specific quality or qualities that you're demonstrating that she finds attractive. There's certain experiences that you're allowing her to have that are creating these emotions that she seeks, and she loves these emotions. That's what's keeping her interested. She's in love with what you're able to create for her. Your existence is creating a certain experience and emotions that she's seeking. That's what your value is. So you just have to know your value. Once you know your value, now you can walk around and have a certain power about yourself, where you're like, I know my value. There's all these beautiful women out here, but which one is worthy of me calling my woman, or worthy of me having sex with, or worthy of me, saying, okay, I want to spend time with this woman, because I'm a busy man. I have a purpose. I have shit that I'm doing. I have goals. I have things that I need to do before I die that don't necessarily have to do with women. But I am a man that loves women. I am a healthy man, and I don't deny my sexual desires. But I'm not an easy man. I'm not an average man. I'm not a regular man. I don't just get whatever easy pussy that shows up. The sexy beast. The sexy beast. What is a sexy beast, man? This is a sexy individual that is masculine, that has a purpose, that is authentic. He's not trying to fake anything. He's a leader, meaning he has leading energy. That means he's going somewhere and he's going there as the leader, right? Like his life is going in a certain direction. He's not just floating around in the wind. You want women to call you sexy. You want when you're having sex with your woman, she's like, oh my gosh, you're so sexy. There's an energy that you have to carry. It's called masculine energy, and it needs to be grounded. That means you need to be secure. You need to be whole. You don't need any woman. You want women because women are, you're masculine and you want to mix with some feminine energy. That's natural. That's what you're supposed to do. But you don't need a woman. You don't need her to feel happy. You don't need her to feel love. You don't need her to feel strong. You don't need her to feel worthy, validated. You create those feelings within yourself by living the way you want to live, by creating what you want to create, by taking responsibility for your life, enjoying life, enjoying the process of evolving, the different phases that you go through in life. There's different phases that I had to go through in life. They were all necessary. There was a phase where I was super serious. Like I wouldn't really smile like ever. There was a phase where I was a businessman. All I cared about was the business, was the money. There was a phase when all I focused on was, my dating life. Picking up women, approaching women. That was like my main focus, like 110%. There was a phase where all I cared about was basketball. There was a phase where I started focused on being, the character that I really liked was the Joker. And so I focused on being more humorous, more playful. These different phases you go through, this is what creates the sexy beast. The sexy beast is made up of all these phases, these character traits, these ways of being. You discard all the unattractive qualities, all the negative qualities, and you maintain and amplify all the positive, attractive qualities. And you keep bringing it up. And you keep leveling up, you keep leveling up. And women, their responses to you will change. That's why you need to communicate to women consistently so you can see the change. They will start to value you more and respect you more as you level up as a man, because what happens is your vibration goes up. There's the energy that you carry and the frequency of energy that you carry. When you communicate and when you express yourself, the energy that the woman feels, it changes. And it actually impacts her more. She can feel it more. They are in tune, very in tune with emotions. That's why you can't bullshit a woman. A lot of the times when you lie to a woman, you think she doesn't know. She knows, because she can feel the bullshit in your voice. She can feel it in your energy. Something is wrong. She may not know exactly what it is, but she knows something is wrong, and that she may do something. She may take an action. She may go and cheat on you. She may do some shit because you're lying to her. I don't lie to women, man. I tell them the truth. I tell them who I am. I tell them, look, I help men with their dating lives. You know, I should teach men how to approach women, teach men how to attract women. So, I mean, you should understand that if I'm teaching men to do that, that's what I do. You know, how do you think I met you? I approached you. Pretty much, I would say, let me just make sure clear on this. Majority of the women that I've dated have come from me cold approaching a random stranger. So it's like these women know when I get with them, that's why I don't have to lie, because I embrace who I am. You know, I'm not like ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed of approaching a woman, ashamed of getting rejected, or ashamed of any of that shit, because I know that my self-worth is not determined by a rejection or a no, or someone thinking what I'm doing is wrong or whatever. Who gives a fuck? Most of the time, these people that that worry about you, or like try to say shit about you, or haters or whatever, they're not doing shit. They're not doing anything with their lives. That's why they're so focused in on you. They have nothing else to talk about. Your life is more interesting than theirs. That's why they're talking about you. You gotta just stop caring about these people's opinions, man. It's holding you back from unleashing the beast, unleashing the sexy beast. You gotta like start seeing yourself as sexy. Like aim for that as a quality. What's sexy? All it is it's an energy. It's a man who is in his masculine energy and is grounded. I know this shit sounds kind of basic, but that's literally what's going on here. What is that? They say confidence. But what is that confidence? How is he demonstrating that confidence? It's his grounded masculinity. He's expressing himself authentically. He's masculine. He's assertive. And he's not wavering. He's not unsure about himself. He's not insecure. That's grounded masculinity, bro. You need to focus on that. How can you bring that up? How can you improve that? How can you increase that? How can you become more vulnerable? That's something, it's not really advice I'm really hearing too much, but that's actually very powerful. A man that can be vulnerable is very powerful. That's not easy to do. Put yourself out there, because you can be judged. It's not easy to put yourself out there and get judged. Leading energy, being able to lead. You lead yourself first. You lead yourself. You move towards your goals. You move towards your purpose. You don't stop. You persevere. You push through the obstacles. You break through the challenges. And people will see, whoa, this is a force of nature. They will start following because they believe in you, because you believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself first. You want a woman to believe in you. You want a woman to call you her man. You want a woman to show you off to her friends. You want a woman to submit to you and let you have your way in the bedroom or whatever it is. You have to give her a reason to want to do that. What if you were a woman? What kind of man would you go for? You ever thought about that? It's kind of a weird thing to think about, but I mean, if you want to get good at women, you got to be able to see through their eyes. If you were a woman and you had a womb and you had if you get pregnant, you will have a baby in you for 8 months. What kind of man would you choose to have your child? I mean, to give you a child. I know it's a weird thing to think about, but think about it. Wouldn't you go for the best man you can get? All right, so you got to become the best man she can get. And it's your character, it's your way of being, because your character and your way of being is what creates the external, right? It's not about money, it's not about status, it's not about looks. It's what those things represent. That's why they work. They represent, there's a certain beingness that comes when you have those things. In order to make a lot of money, you have to become a certain character, a certain beingness, certain qualities you have to develop. If you go from 0 to $1 million, There's a certain process you have to go through that's going to turn you into a certain type of man, typically a grounded masculine man, right? There's some men who kind of focus on, here's where you can fuck up. If you just focus on money but not really your purpose, your passion, you won't necessarily develop that grounded masculinity, because you went after the wrong thing. Like I did that. I made that mistake at one point. I started focusing on money, and by focusing on money, you can end up going towards money, but if it's not your purpose, it's not your passion, it's not really what you want to do, you're going to feel insecure. You're going to feel empty. And guess what? Women don't want to be around a guy that feels insecure and empty, because they feel insecure and empty. Why the hell would they want to go with a guy that feels like that? Now they're both fucked up. She's looking for the man that's whole, the man that's having fun, that's enjoying life, that's having experiences, that's living, that's full of energy, that's doing shit. Just understand this. Stop being so impressed by women. Women are looking for strength. They're looking for a man. They're looking for a man to lead, not a man who's going to follow and chase them and compromise and break his values and break his order and bend over for them and twist and turn and do backflips. And it's funny, men will do all these things and a woman is not even giving them no pussy. You reward the woman when she gives you IOIs, indicators of interest. When she shows interest, you reward her. Until then, you don't reward her. Don't compliment her. Don't tell her how beautiful she is. She didn't do anything to deserve it. She just existed, and you're going to make her give her validation. That's like if a girl comes up to me. Think about this for a second. Imagine you are a king, literally. Imagine you're a king, and you can have any woman you want. You have many women, actually. You have many wives. Let's say you have 100 wives. They're all beautiful. 100 wives, they're all beautiful. And you have a concubine, a bunch of women that you have sex with. And then some random woman, like commoner in the village, comes up to you and says, "Hey, king, you are so amazing." Is that going to make you want to have sex with her? Is that going to turn you on? You already have 100 wives, a concubine, and then some random woman comes up to you and says you're amazing. That's not even gonna that's like if she might as well have just said hello. It's the same shit. It's not gonna do anything. She has to show her value. Why should I get with you if I have 100 wives and a concubine? That's the same thing with a beautiful woman. She has thousands of men in her private messages, in her DMs. Why should she get with you? What is your qualities that you have to demonstrate a value? What is your character? What is your beingness? Can you handle her energy? Can you handle her? Can you help guide her in the right direction? Do you understand what she's going through? Or do you just want some pussy? Look, man, the sexy beast is a man who gets women, period. And he gets women because he's grounded in his masculinity. He's vulnerable and able to communicate with authenticity and express himself, so his communication comes across and women can feel it. They can feel the energy when he speaks. They get turned on because a masculine, grounded man is in front of them who doesn't give a fuck. And he's a leader. He leads the woman. He leads the interaction. He doesn't follow her. He has his value. He has his code. He knows what he wants in a woman. He knows the type of woman he wants. He knows where he's going in life. And it's either you get with it or you get lost. That's the mentality when he looks at a woman. Are you with it or not? If you're not with the vibes, go. I don't have time to twist and turn and get your attention. You're not that special. There's 1,000 million gazillion beautiful women out there. There's nothing special about your pussy. Until you demonstrate something special about it. How can you make my life better? How can you support what I'm doing, my purpose? I'm willing to give you a taste of my value. Whatever your value is, give her a taste of it. Now give me a taste of your value. Besides your looks, what else do you have? Women can feel that when you think like that, because that's what they're looking for. They're tired of these freaking boring ass dudes coming up talking about, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, I would do this to you. Oh, I would lick your ass. I would do this. I would suck your feet. I would do that." She's like, why? In her head, she's thinking, why though? What's so special about my ass? What's so special about my feet? She's right to think that. Like that, it's because we're screwed. I'm not screwed up. I used to be. But it's this screwed up mentality that just because a woman has a pussy and an ass that you're supposed to put on a pedestal. No. It's just a piece of flesh. It's a piece of meat. See it for what it is. I'm telling you, this mentality, women respond to it. Women respond to this mentality. That other mentality of putting them on a pedestal, I'm sure you've tried it. It doesn't work, bruh, so stop doing it. Kick them off the pedestal and you go on the pedestal and start communicating from that place. See the difference. All right? So if you're a man, you want to become a sexy beast. You want to attract high caliber women. You want to become attractive, very attractive to women, and have women see your value and want to be feminine. This is the thing. You don't want these women that are like loud and trying to tell you what to do and shit. You want the women that are going to allow you to be a man. All right? So if you want to become a sexy beast, I have a program that walks you through the process of going from where you are to sexy beast. Sexy beast, what do I mean by that? This is the man that gets women. No longer has this problem of how do I get a woman? Oh, she's not. How do I get her to do this? How do I get her to have sex? Those problems go away once you become a sexy beast. Women will call you sexy. They will call you a beast. They will call you attractive. They'll call you hot. They'll say, oh, you're so amazing. Oh my gosh, can't wait to see you. Oh my gosh, this and that, this and that. And there's levels to it. So there's certain kind of women, quality of women, you bring up these areas, boom, boom. The level of women you get goes up. You bring them up some more, boom, 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 the level of women. So I have a program. It's called the Sexy Beast Program. There's 3 components to it. Grounded masculinity, vulnerable expression, and leadership. The ability to lead the woman, lead your life, lead relationships, lead. This is creation. This is you creating an effect. This is you manifesting the exact kind of lifestyle you want. You do this by leading. But first you have to be grounded in your masculinity. Second, you have to be able to express yourself with vulnerability and authenticity. Then you lead and the results come. So that's the program, the Sexy Beast Program. It's 3 components. You master these 3 areas, you become a sexy beast. You start attracting high caliber women. Women you find attractive that you vibe with. The right women. You want the woman of your dreams? Boom. You want a rotation of women that you fuck with, that you actually like, that are the right women for you, that are submissive, feminine, that follow you, that do what you say, that want to do what you say. I'm not saying you're not forcing anybody to do anything. They want to do what you say. When you're masculine and grounded and you're being authentic and real with them and you lead, they want to be feminine and submissive. They want these experiences, but with the right guy, with the guy that knows what he's doing. The guy that's in his masculine energy. It's an energy thing. Right? So the program goes through those 3 areas. At the end, you'll become a sexy beast. You'll have your dating life handled. You'll be attracting high caliber women. You could do whatever the hell you want to do with that. You know, your life's going to get better. You're going to make more money. You're going to be more charismatic. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be more expressive. You're going to be more sexy. You're going to attract beautiful women. You're going to have amazing experiences. Your life is going to be amazing. You're going to experience these positive emotions. You're going to have so much energy in life. You're not going to want to go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, you're going to want to wake up early because you want to go again because your life is so amazing. Right? So if you want this program, as I said, it's called the Sexy Beast Program. 3 parts: groundedness, vulnerable expression, and leadership. The program is 3 months. It's a 3-month program. So each month we go through all 3 parts. I help you master them. And the program is only $500. It's only $500 for you to change your life. And I'm coaching you. So it's not like, I'm not going to give you an ebook. It's not going to be a video course. I'm coaching you. We're going through this journey together, right? I'm holding you accountable. I'm showing you the way. This is a process that I put myself through. So I put some other guys through this process, right? Other men that wanted to get women, that wanted to become more attractive, that wanted to become more grounded and masculine. I said, look, this is the process. But you have to stick to the process. You have to be consistent. That's why I made it a coaching program where I am coaching you. Not some random guy, not some, no. I'm going to be holding you accountable. I'm going to be guiding you. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. All you got to do is follow the process, bro. You will see the results quickly, very fast. It's fast. It's not, it doesn't take a long time. 3 months is so that we make sure these qualities are ingrained inside of you so that you can take this and just skyrocket your life. But literally, you'll see results in the first week. The first week. Because this shit is powerful. And the way how I teach it, the process that I put you through is going to change you very fast. Right? It's called the Sexy Beast Program. If you're interested, send me a private message. I'll give you some details. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.